What is the crack? As you read by the title, I'm making a Lego Marvel Superhero City in real Lego. But for A, I'm too broke to afford Avengers Tower, the Sanctum Sanctorum, or the Big Daily Bugle. So we're using these smaller modular Spider-Man sets on top of my X Mansion, which is on my old display. Problem number two, I have no new display. I moved my bookshelf, so here where I'm standing, I have 4 feet of room to work with. I will be getting a new display tomorrow or the day after. And then we're gonna whisk all across. So we're just gonna build them, no time lapses. It's just about building them and then putting it all together. I will be making one little modular piece for it. It will go in my X Mansion, because if you remember in the game before the X Mansion, there's a little billboard area, and I really like that. So if I have enough space, I might build it. So, plan: we build the sets, we make scenes that we like. So we obviously use old minifigures, the many new minifigures. Like, well, I already have one Spider-Man minifigure. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5. I get 2 Mileses. So that's a lot of references we can make. I get a Hulk. I get a lot of villains. Obviously mixed with the old heroes we have. And then, eventually when I get more money, I buy the bigger sets, and then we can make these kind of like tighter. Pause. But that's the plan. So let's just run through all the sets we have. This set's from a few years ago. I found it in the attic. Still has the price tag on it. Lego Superheroes Ultimate Spider-Man Shield Attack. So we get a shield ship, kind of nice, Carnage, and Ultimate Miles Morales. I'm debating on if this one gets opened. The first set I'm going to build today, and there was no daily set. I could not find this set anywhere, and I would have loved to actually add that, because when I originally saw this, that's the set. That's one of the sets that was part of the video that gave me this idea. We get Peter Parker's apartment, which means we get a Mary Jane, Spider-Man. So we're recreating the kissing scene, probably. A Hobgoblin, which I already have, and an anti-venom. I just want a real normal Venom. Like, I don't think I get one here, but I have a plan. Set number 2 from the brand new day, the DDC attack. So we get, wrong way around, Spider-Man, a Hulk. I already have a Hulk. I have it from the 2012 Avengers. It's like the only minifigure on attack. I need to remake MODOK, because I have such a good idea for MODOK. Boomerang Tarantula, nobody really gives a shit. Scorpion, I can work with that. And a hot dog lady. Now, I remember this one thing, Lego Marvel Superheroes Maximum Carnage from back in the day with Peak. Spider-Man and Venom had was that a hot dog? I don't know. Hot dog stand in this New York makes sense. Set number 4. Smaller Daily Bugle. Of course, I'm too broke to afford the bigger one. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Ghost Spider, I can work with that. J. Jonah Jameson. Venomized Captain America, I don't think I'm going to use him. Mysterio and Rhino, yeah, they can all be used. It's grand. And the biggest one. The one I was the most happy to buy. Because I seen, is it Lumi Bricks? No, it's not Lumi Bricks. But anyway, there's this really cool Oscorp building. Still fairly expensive. Not genuine Lego. We do not mess with that fake shit around here. Also, we didn't have the space for it, because this is going to be pretty high. Oscorp. So, Peter Parker's apartment, it's going to either go next to that or stacked on top of that. We obviously get Oscorp the building. Minifigure wise, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. Now, I'm thinking we get rid of Spider-Woman entirely. I haven't read her. I don't even know her name. Is it Jessica Drew? No, that's somebody else. And we get this Eddie Brock who has a Venom head, and we put it on her, and then we get a Venom minifigure. Does she have tits in her minifig? Okay, she kind of does, but we move. I get 3 Mileses? Nice. I get 3 Miles Morales figures. Eddie Brock. Don't care. Oh, I get Ghost Spider again as well. Shit. Oh, but they don't have like a Gwen Stacy. I would have just killed Gwen Stacy, man. Norman Osborn, don't care. Kraven the Hunter, nice to have. And then obviously the Green Goblin, which will be the main thing because can the Spider-Man come out to play? That was really pathetic. Wow. Yeah. So on top of that, let's talk about it. So 4 feet display here. Probably might be thinking, Lee, why don't you just get another one of them bitches? No. Because then I just extend the middle of Kingdom out. So this one has to be lower. So I'm thinking it's going to cap out like here. So there's a clear distinction between the two worlds. And then we can take this down. And once there's a clear distinction between the two worlds, we build it. So it will be small building, tall building, slightly less tall building, expansion. Which I'm going to have to make a gate offer and like make it make sense. But as a beginner for a city, I'd be pretty happy. And obviously I can get some Lego City like actual Lego City buildings. To like expand it out depending on how much space I have. Because I don't feel like I'm going to take up the full 4 feet. Which I hope I don't. Because that means I can make an actual city and it's not every location's just like fucking next to each other. But that's everything. So, first off, probably should begin building. And because I don't have the display yet, I have nowhere to put it once I build it. Which means we're starting off with Peter Parker's apartment. No time lapse, I'm just going to build it, and then do a run through the set, little review of the minifigures, and then we move on to the next set. And at the end I show you all the little Easter eggs and stuff I've added to my city. Let's get like a cool little transition going. Holy transition. Alright, it's built now. It's absolutely tiny. So I'm either going to stick it on top of another building or next to a city filler. But I'll actually go into depth on that, but like let's actually look at the little pieces first. Well, like what is this? It's like, yes, Spider-Man's going to swing through my New York City riding a spider buggy or a spider drone. I do not need this. Like that. But I do like this. It's a nice little hobgoblin build. So I'm thinking when it's built now, I can have like the hobgoblin and green goblin like doing like spinning circles and shit. Mary Jane, obviously you gotta have in a New York City. It's a pretty basic minifigure, but we take it. Anti-Venom, he kind of looks like a Mighty Micro. Remember like all these sets of Mighty Micros? Looks like one of them, just taller. I don't care about him. And then we have my first of gonna be what, like 7 spider people. I'm giving this one the Peter Parker head because I don't know if the rest come with the Peter Parker head. So it was meant to be like 2 of these. I got a load of spare web pieces. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that big one either. But I think like, cause you're meant to trap the hobgoblin in that. I'm not doing that. It's gonna make it look ugly. But it's a pretty basic Spider-Man minifig. You know, we'll take it and we'll stick it somewhere in here into this. Now let's actually get into like tiny ass building. So this gate, removable. It's meant to go on top, so it could either be a ventilation system or a door. I'm just gonna stick it down there to give the area more depth per se. And then we build it. So we come to the front here. Pretty basic, a lot of exposed studs. That's so you cover it with minifigs, I presume, or all the spare web pieces, but I'm not doing all that. Let me go on the inside. Bottom floor. It's pizza time. Pretty basic, nothing special. Top floor, oh yeah, I meant it. We got a newspaper thing that says Venom spotted, but obviously it's anti-venom. Here's like work area, and then we go to his bed, flip that bit up, and we got plans for the Iron Spider. And it's a comic accurate Iron Spider. It's not that fucking MCU one, which I'm happy about. I wouldn't mind an Iron Spider minifig. He's got all the he's got all these like posters and stuff, but I don't care. And we have J. Jonah. He's just calling Spider-Man a menace. How about we talk about the muties? That's a joke. And I love the X-Men. And J. Jonah Jameson is actually a very big supporter of mutant rights. He just doesn't like fucking Spider-Man. Whereas everybody else likes Spider-Man but doesn't like them damn dirty muties. That felt really bad to say. As well, it's like it's thing in the comics. It does have a play feature, so I can push this bracket forward, and that whole side builds meant to come off. Not gonna be using that. But yeah, modular pieces. So now, I'm watching Spider-Man 2, so I'm like in the mood. I can get another one going. But see, now it's the tricky one. Which one do I build next? I'm thinking I'm gonna build this one next because I'm a bit kerfuffled with the arrangement, and I don't want to get the Oscorp Tower or the Daily Bugle going yet because there's just no need. I feel like there might be more details. I don't know how much time I have. That's a lot. I'm probably around for the whole fucking day. I'm not going out to the boys. But I think I'm just gonna get the brand new day one done, just because it seems like the simplest build. There's only 500 pieces. Like, it's very overpriced for its piece ratio, but we don't care. We move, we'll take it. So I'm gonna build that bitch. Oh, it's got that fucking thing. Great. I'm not keeping the boxes. I need to start learning how to get rid of my Lego boxes, so that's why I thought I'd do that. Because now there's a hole in the box. No way! Oh, I was like, no way, Hulk comes pre-built. That's a lot more Lego. Actually, let's do a piece comparison. There's only 120 piece difference. We got 394, 534. Oh my god, spot on. I thought I failed maths. Wait. Let me build this. Okay, so I forgot to show after, so I've already begun the next one, the Daily Bugle set, but I'll show you now. Nothing special. I didn't know Hulk. Removable pieces. Basic Spider-Man, Scorpion, and the other two guys. They don't really matter. Building itself's kind of nice, pretty basic. It's got that little piece to the side. And then this whole wall comes off, but I removed the play feature for that. Like, that's what it's looking like so far. It's not too bad, but it's nothing special. It's just a little filler building, almost. Over here, check out this rhino. I wish it was a big fig though. Oh, and we had this hot dog lady stand. It's nice. It's gonna be like a nice little addition to just make it all look more packed. Ew. Alright, so the new display has been acquired. Plan was top shelf. Nah. Middle shelf here, we'll put it in. Hopefully they'll fit. And then either these can wrap around there, or that can wrap around. We'll just have like a nice little New York here, and like the whole display is going to change. I'll tell you about that plan later, but right now, that's how it's looking. Crack, so I have the Daily Bugle, and where this set just gave me the fright of my life, because it didn't fit. It has like half, not even, like a tiny plate wouldn't even fit in there. And because obviously I decided to use this shelf. Well, I got my new display, got it earlier today in IKEA. I decided to just dedicate this full shelf to it because I think it would all fit, and that way I can put my Gotham City skyline, all this up here. Like this can all move around if needs be, but preferably I'd like to just have this one shelf. Like, let me show it off now, because I actually think this might be my favorite one. I've always said it's just so detailed and it just looks the best. Right, so we come in, I built this little newsstand. Obviously it's gonna have to go in there, and that's gonna, like, this is gonna have to rotate, but it's gonna work. So we get brick built rhino, pretty handy. A very not detailed Miles Morales. Why is that not focusing? A very not detailed Miles Morales, but shall we move? A cool Mysterio with his nice magic piece. Venomized Captain America, which is handy. I don't know if it's going to be displayed, but I do think the Venomized idea is cool, but then again, it's new to me. The new Spider-Man minifig, but I'm gonna use the old one because I think it looks way better with bigger eyes. Jonah, which I'm handy to have because obviously you just gotta have a Jonah complaining. And then a ghost spider, which is almost just as little detail as Miles. So we come in and look at the set. It's pretty slim, but sure it works. Obviously, you see that tiny gap up there. We got this like the only play feature of the set really, but it looks cool. Like it has like a little effect. I don't know if you catch that on camera. And the inside's not very detailed. Like this is a set I wish I had when I was a kid because I would have used the hell out of it. As you can see, I've already started. But otherwise, like I think this set next, like I'm gonna have to keep it separate from Oscorp, but it's gonna be one of the best looking ones. What's the crack? So it's all finished now, but I'll run through the set itself and the minifigs. Alright, so minifig wise, I'll just go through all the new ones. Goblin, pretty cool. I left his glider in the build, which I need to take out. Kraven, another pretty cool. I like the printing and use of the pieces. Spider Woman, she might get changed so I can make a Venom. Norman Osborn, I just probably have him chilling in the windows in there. Eddie Brock's Venom. See, I just might make a Venom, so I might just take the symbiote off Eddie. Another Miles, another of them too. And then we get Miles Black, which I probably won't use in display. I might keep it in the city. But so we get this little extra piece, nothing special. Mini Mart. And then Oscorp. So that was actually on top. I had to put it behind though because obviously be too tall. I had the same issue as the Bugle, but I think the Bugle's still my favorite. But I do quite like Oscorp, and I wish we could get like a full, like modular build off it. And then we got this diamond shop. I didn't, so I had the bits to put together the play features, but I didn't actually make it. So the play features, barely any of them actually work. But yeah, so now I'm going to place it all together, do as much of it right now as I can for the display at this point in time, and then display's done. So you'll catch me when I finish doing all that. Alright, so it's all been put together. Now of all my references. Minifigures I'm not using, but let me run through and show like every Easter egg I threw in and the overall look of it. Jeez, it's roasting, I'm sweating bollocks. Okay, so these are the minifigs I'm not using. Here we have Iceman, Bill and Pillar fight Magneto. Charles welcoming OG Cyclops, OG Storm, the OG Wolverine, and then Bishop. And I have my other Jean and Cyclops figure there with the new Storm up there. Spider-Bot I just threw there for the crack. Here we have Iron Fist hitting Scorpion, Norman Osborn heading into Oscorp. I've got recreated those scenes where the big pigs would fight in Lego Marvel Superheroes with my two Hulks. Then I got Spider-Man fighting the Hobgoblin, fighting the Green Goblin. Spider-Woman's there. That one's open to change. Well, she's open to change. I'm loving this kind of thing going on. Then we have the old Spider-Man minifig tied into this Iron Man on this building. I wanted to get a little Spidey and Wolverine team up, so I used the Brand New Day with the new Wolverine minifig fighting Boomerang Tarantula. The Hot Dog Lady with the Eddie Brock Venom. I was originally going to do so the Sentinels trying to grab her, but I realized I had way too many X-Men to work with. So I used Rogue and Gambit, and they're fighting the Cyclops. Rogue's pulling him by the string. Then we come over, we have J. Jonah complaining about Spider-Man holding Kraven and the Bugle, still the best one. Then this fight, Ghost Spider, Mysterio fighting Miles from the DODOC. And my least favorite one that's open to change is Miles on his bike with Gwen there fighting the Rhino. So that's it. Obviously, I'm hoping to expand this out with the plating from these old two plates I had as a kid that I ripped apart to bring the city in more, so I can add. It's not just one big fight in the middle. I can hopefully add these figures. But that's it.